Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
All right, and welcome back to Rank 'em Up, your weekly list show. Thank you for joining us. I am Craig. That is Don Pablo. We've got Kevberto. We've got Lilo, the top 4 show hosts to bring you lists every week.
I waved like everyone could see me.
I love lists. I love lists.
We love lists, don't we? We like ranking things. It's what we do.
Rank everything. I suggest so many things on our little suggestion board that don't get anything, which is fine. I don't care. But sometimes I just do it to see if you guys will put your names by it.
We have had a lot of random suggestions.
Yes, definitely.
And we need more. We are going to run out of suggestions if you guys don't help us. How can they do that, Don?
You're going to go to Facebook and like us there, and that's facebook.com/rankemup, or go to Twitter @rankemup.
Yes, please send in your suggestions. Send us what you want us to rank up, what you think, what you want to hear us rank, what we like.
Oh, by the way, and if you like what you're hearing, just subscribe on iTunes. Hit subscribe. It'll go in your iTunes app, in your folder, and it'll be there waiting for you on Thursdays, every Thursday.
We've had a lot of different listeners. I think we've had at least, 20 states from people listening to us. Thank you, all of you out there listening from wherever you are. We appreciate all of those people that have listened. We've had people tweet us and reach out to us. Specifically, a couple that we will say thank you to here. But yeah, we're totally happy with the amount of response we've gotten, and you guys are why we do this, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Thank you.
I want to toss just a special thank you out to Allison. Thanks for all the suggestions. You definitely provided a lot of really good feedback. And yes, Mortal Kombat is on. You and I, one up someday.
This week, we're going to make you hungry.
Yeah.
Because this week we are talking about backyard barbecue side dishes.
Woo!
I feel like this is an expertise of mine.
I'm hungry
and
already.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Who is the hungriest here?
Should we go by weight or what we look like, or what are we doing here?
Excuse me?
No, I didn't say it for any reason.
Say
I was saying it specifically about me. Because look at me.
Well, then why don't you go first?
Right.
Okay.
You can go first.
Yeah. You look like you need to eat the most. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I do, actually. Well, let me start off by mentioning the honorable mention. I don't do this, but this is the first one. Jalapeno poppers. These are
real jalapeno poppers, or the bastardized kinds that we see in most
the American,
chain markets.
the ones that people actually take time to make. Those are the
Nice.
The
jalapeno poppers.
jalapeno with cream cheese, and you wrap it in bacon, and you
Yes.
bake it. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
That is what I was asking, because the breaded fried. Now, while it tastes good, it is not what a real jalapeno popper is. Thank you.
They're like Americanized chile relleno.
Exactly.
Sorry for cussing.
And I've had those at barbecues, and those are amazing. But my number 5,
nice.
my real number 5 is, and you guys are going to be surprised about this, just like you guys are when I've ever, anyway, whatever.
It's always
Just
a
listen to
surprise.
3
with you,
minutes, man.
Kevberto.
3 minutes. Are you going to say it?
Because
3 minutes.
no.
Okay.
He's trying to think how not to say it.
Right.
He's trying to think. In other words,
The reason why this is my number 5 is because it's a weird combination to my normal eating habits.
he's really, he's dancing. He's
backwards
dancing
way.
around.
Yes, I am. No,
Okay.
okay, here you go. I'm really trying to be contained because, anyway. So, because the combination of these flavors are simply amazing, and I don't eat a lot of sweet food, but the strawberry almond salad as a, side dish are it's my number 5. It's amazing.
What does a strawberry almond salad have?
Does it have just
Yeah.
lettuce?
Please explain. I'd like to know what this is.
Yeah, please elaborate.
It has it's romaine lettuce, spinach, It has almonds. It has strawberries. It has
a nice
olives.
light vinaigrette.
Yes, it does actually. It is very good.
Can you paint me a word picture like you're on Food Network?
Yeah.
I can find it.
Hold on. So you're telling me that strawberry almond salad beats jalapeno poppers?
It does.
All right.
It does.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you know what?
I
There
am
you go.
surprised.
Yeah,
This is the first time. Yeah.
From a guy who eats chili powder on every single food item there ever has been,
Oh, don't worry. I got this.
you picked the non-spicy thing
Yeah.
to
But
be
it is-
on your list over a
Yes.
spicy thing.
That's
That is
why
his number 5, though.
Look, I'm
so
sorry. I don't want to berate every.
it should only
pick
get
that you make.
better, right?
That's right. Like, I'm expecting way more than that now.
Man, it can
no.
only go up from here, Kevberto.
All right, I'm already hungry. So, Lilo, let's move to your number 5.
All right. My number 5 is actually pretty plain Jane. I mean, it's you can get it with any barbecue main entree, and it's just chips. Like I love chips. Like my guys that I work with would actually call me like a chip aficionado, and I can't tell like one chip from another. I just like it salty and I like it crunchy. Although I will say my favorite chip is salt and pepper. Yeah,
The kettle ones, like the ridges.
Yes.
Kind? Yeah. Like,
Yeah, either the ones with
Solid.
ridges or like the kettle cooked ones, like the ones that
Yeah.
like fold up 4 times over itself.
It's
Yeah.
like a quadruple decker chip.
Yes.
That-
Oh,
yeah.
it's so great. I smashed a bag in my truck on my way here. Yep, I just threw one of those back. That was my dinner.
That's great. Who doesn't like chips, really?
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's a very universal food.
you can every food group, if you identify as a pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, you can find chips for every taste.
Exactly.
All right, my number 5 is, and it's gonna sound like I'm a mama's boy because I am a little bit, and I'm trying to earn a little brownie points here, maybe if she ever listened to this. But my mom's potato salad. If that was at every barbecue, I would go for sure, because my mom's potato salad. I didn't know I liked it as much until I tried other potato salads, and other potato salads aren't very good. I don't like them. They don't have enough mustard. My mom's has mustard.
Oh, you're
in
like
it.
you're solid mustard.
I'm
guy.
a solid mustard potato
Okay.
salad guy. Mm-hmm. She puts pickles in it, celery for
All
the
right.
crunch,
Nice.
I'm on board.
big chunks of potatoes. Not the mushy potato salad. That's gross. Mush with mustard it's gross. So my mom's potato salad, it should be award winning, and it is in my heart.
That's a good choice, Craig.
That's right.
That's a
Number
good one.
five.
That's a good
Number
one.
5, potato salad from
you're
my
gonna-
mom's mustard potato salad.
I'm gonna do that and suck up to Rachel somehow. my next one's easy.
He's changing his list as we speak.
No, I'm not changing my list. My list will not be changed. Once it comes in the studio, that is the list. Honorable mention: guacamole, salsa, coleslaw. I do like Jell-O sometimes at a picnic, but it's not always. If it's not always there, I don't always choose it. I can't make it in my top 5.
We're not doing picnics.
And one, I know. Sorry, barbecue. True story. Excuse me.
That'd be a whole different list.
right.
And the
that's
one
completely
it hurt me.
separate. Yeah.
It hurt me to leave this off the list because anytime I go to a barbecue, I always complain that there's no dill relish because dill relish is the greatest, and I realize it's a condiment, but I don't eat it as a condiment. I eat it as a side because I love it so much. And if they have it at a barbecue, nobody ever eats it, so I decide that it is mine, and I take half or most of all, and then I just put it on everything that I have: chips,
Awesome.
hot dog, hamburger. I'll put it on everything because what is it? It's like chopped up dill pickle. It's the greatest thing ever.
Pretty much it.
Don's coming. Hide the relish.
Exactly. and by the way, I can never enjoy it at a sporting event, and that's why I will not buy a hot dog at a sporting event because there's no dill relish. There's never dill relish, and I'm sick of sweet relish.
What about dollar hot dog days?
Nope, I will not do it because you know what? We already got sweet ketchup. Ketchup is all the sweet you need, man. You don't need sweet relish. It's sweet relish, people. We need to get on board, man. Because when you ask people, do you like dill relish? Yes, but then there's never any dill relish. I need to write to the Colorado Rockies and tell them. Sorry, that's not it. Okay, number 5.
Oh, that wasn't even.
No, that was honorable mention. I just wanted to get dill relish tucked in there because I'm trying to, create some buzz for dill relish.
Right. Nice.
So we can get it in places.
Next time I have a barbecue and you're invited,
Thanks, Craig.
I will have the dill relish.
I appreciate it. Like when I go to family events, I just bring it because I know people will never remember. My mom will never remember. People will never. So I just bring my own dill relish. But if I'm like go to a friend's thing, whatever. But anyway, when I do it at my house,
Okay.
by the way, it's a thing for me. It's a thing for me. When I go to family events, I just bring food that I want to eat because I know they're not going to make things I want to eat, or they put stuff I don't like in it.
Don't they find it offensive though?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, they don't say anything.
Have
so.
you asked?
Right? Have
Nope,
you
I
actually
don't
asked
ask
them?
anymore because I just do it. And okay, first of all,
It's like putting salt on a plate of food before tasting it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Uh-huh.
no. No, I just do it because you know what? I've
like
been
bringing
burned.
your own
I've been burned
condiments
too
to the
many times,
restaurants.
man.
Exactly.
I've been burned
Right.
too many
Yes.
times.
It's like bringing your own dill relish to the baseball game.
I will
Yeah.
bring Tabasco to restaurants with me, but that's whatever. So, okay, I've been burned too many times by my family. We don't want to get into it. We'll just say this. The pumpkin pie that my people made in Thanksgiving, like 2008, you can't. No, I just buy my own pie now, bring my own pie, bring my own cranberry sauce, bring my own pie and cranberry sauce, and then this problem is solved. And I think my brother actually is an expert pie maker now because, although he did not bake the first pie. And Kevberto knows because he made him a pie. RC made you a pie, right?
Pecan pie.
That
Thank you.
pecan pie, that crust was
Very
amazing.
good.
RC can make a crust. The RC can make a crust. But I'll bring, you know what? I'm sorry, family. You offended me by not asking me what I would like to eat.
I thought you were
With
going
this
to try to
meal.
get brownie points. What happened?
Yeah, this is like completely out the
Yeah.
window now.
Did you hear my sweet, heartfelt love of my mom's potato salad, and now this?
Yeah, but also, Craig, I don't think
they
you're going to
made-
be invited to any other
If they made-
barbecues.
I'm bringing the potato
mashed
salad.
potatoes.
That's right.
There you go.
Craig's in charge of potato
All right,
salad.
so my
always.
5 is it's a simple fruit. I like a seedless, and if it's at a barbecue, I will always eat it, and that's a watermelon. I love watermelon; it's delicious. Although I like seedless because I just like to chomp. I don't want to spit out stuff. So, and
I
there
like
you
to
go.
shoot mine out like a machine gun. Just pack them up in your cheek and just.
That is it.
Yeah.
I wish I was you and I could do that, but I can't do it. I wish. So there you go, watermelon and
right.
watermelon flavored things. My favorite energy drink that Craig introduced me to, watermelon.
Yeah, my favorite art. Well, we should probably do this as a topic.
All right,
Favorite artificial flavor. Totally, watermelon is up there.
watermelon.
Frank's up there with red.
It's delicious.
Totally.
There you go.
Purple.
I like purple, man.
Purple is up there for sure.
Really?
Purple is up there.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You gotta do Kool-Aid colors.
All right, Kevberto,
ahead.
save us. Number 5 for you.
Number
Sorry.
4.
Sorry, everybody.
Or
Number 4.
you're on number 4, aren't you? You
Yeah,
started
yeah.
this
He's
time.
number 4.
It's 12 minutes into the show, and as you are all expecting it,
So drink.
most of the barbecues I attend are Mexican. So so it's a different culture. So I grew up, of course,
Well, hey, man,
of
Drink.
course.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. And so
Bottoms up, guys.
I've been to plenty and amazing, barbecues where, you have your hot dogs and your hamburgers, and now they're actually slowly creeping into the ones I'm used to. You have your side where you have your Mexican, meats and and then you have your side for the kids, for the first generation, second generation kids, where hamburgers, hot dogs, but no. Barbecue for me is best without Mexican rice. Because everything at these kind of barbecues, they taste better with rice on your plate. It's just that, it tastes different, obviously. It's amazing. So Mexican rice is my number 4.
Please explain your Mexican rice here.
Yeah, what
My
is
Mexican-
spices?
Yeah, for
Well,
the
it
people
is-
that don't know what that is.
Yes, paint us a word picture, Kevberto.
It is orange. And it usually
That's your favorite artificial flavor.
orange, yeah. So
Is there a
sorry.
lot
So it was
All right.
usually because it's a tomato sauce, or depending on what. Usually tomato sauce. There's different recipes for it. Some people put celery in them. They put sometimes carrots and corn, but sometimes they're just simple. It's just orange rice, and it tastes amazing. There you go.
All right.
All right.
I can get behind that.
Yes. Your number 4, Lilo.
My number 4. All right, number 4 is I actually did. So you said what the Don Pablo, when you said once it's in the studio, it's final. Yeah, it wasn't final. I just changed this as you were
It's okay.
talking.
It's
I
okay.
just changed one for mine, too.
Everybody-
I just changed one for me,
is-
too.
Everybody's entitled to their own way to do it. I
Right.
just like doing it my way.
Yeah. So my number 4 is deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs, and the way that my wife makes them is just astounding. It's like nice and simple. It's yolks, mustard, and olives, like the salty Kalamata olives. And yeah, when you bite into it, it's like a pillowy trip to Decadenceville. It's a
Wow.
it just
Hungry.
yeah, it's awesome.
Floating on a cloud.
Just a cloud of deviled eggs.
Yes, she'll make like I don't know, she'll boil a dozen eggs, which yields like 24 deviled eggs, and I'll go through at least 20 of them.
Oh man.
and
And then you sleep on the couch.
exactly, and then and then it's alone time for me because yeah. But no, I love
10
deviled
eggs, man.
It is 10 eggs. That's yeah.
That's impressive.
That's tough.
Seriously. That's a lot.
I like eating.
Well, my number 4, I just switched from my number 3 and number 4. I had a hard time deciding the order of these before the show, and I pulled a last minute switch here. My 3 is now my 4, my 4 is now my 3. So my number 4, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but you out there listening probably don't. But I'm a vegetarian. And so when I show up at barbecues, there's not a whole lot of expectation that I'm going to have a main dish. So the side
Do you
dishes
eat before you go?
I do sometimes. For the Christmas party for Salem, I totally do.
I don't blame you.
For other Christmas parties, I'll eat before because I know we're gonna be there for like 8 hours, and
Yeah.
I'll eat before. But for when I show up to barbecues, I don't like to impose my eating habits on the entire crew. If they have something for me, great. If they don't, I'm an expert at side dishes. And there's this one side dish that if I see this side dish, I know I'm gonna be all right. I'm going to be cool. I got enough to eat. I'm good. This side dish is the assorted sliced cheese tray. I know if I see an assorted sliced cheese tray, I can make a sandwich with the rolls. I can put the mustard. I can put the mayonnaise. I can put the slices of tomato. I can put the lettuce. I can make a sandwich. I'm good. I will survive this barbecue.
I'm impressed.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is amazing.
That's super utilitarian of you, man.
Yeah.
That's well done.
If I see the sliced cheese tray,
So you're like the Bear Grylls of barbecues.
exactly,
Yeah, you
I will
are.
survive knowing that there's a sliced cheese tray.
Awesome.
If I
Noted.
don't see it, then I gotta get a little creative. Maybe eat dill relish as a side.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you put dill relish on everything, it tastes better. Dill relish and
Is there going to be like a cage battle if there's only dill relish between Craig and Don Pablo?
Nah,
No.
I'll let Craig win because,
That would
he
be
won't-
my only sustenance.
Yeah,
That's true.
I couldn't let Craig go hungry at a barbecue.
That's
and
right.
maybe next thing you know, we playing apples to apples and running away down the street.
Yes, the
Sorry,
assorted
that's an inside
sliced
joke. I
cheese
apologize.
tray.
And yelling quotes from Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Just because I know I can eat something. My number 4, assorted sliced cheese tray.
That's
Done.
delicious. I enjoy a nice assorted sliced
What's
cheese
your favorite
tray.
cheese, by the way? Before we go to
Well, on the sliced cheese tray, I like
love
the
this.
marbled one with the white and the dark oranges. Those I don't know what kind of cheese that
I
is.
think it's
Jack.
Colby and
Whatever
Colby
that
and
one
Jack.
is. I like doing that with a regular cheddar in between, and then another Colby Jack on top of it
That's
with
a-
a slice of lettuce, a tomato, mustard, Miracle Whip. We're good.
I'm not gonna make it. Like I might just stay the rest of my floor and go get some food really quick and then
That's
come
it.
back.
That's
Yeah.
all I need.
Pause.
I'm good.
I dig it.
And I
dig
know
it.
there's always chips there too, so I get that in a
Exactly.
sandwich. I'm good.
Right.
All right.
Chips in a sandwich.
So I didn't know anybody growing up in my culture that did this, but I recently went to maybe a couple of years ago. Went to a barbecue and there was this guy made his own beer. It's a family recipe. Very impressive, by the way.
Wow.
And number 2, he made. There was all these mason jars full of stuff, and I'm like, do I just grab stuff? It was homemade pickled vegetables, and it was carrots, celery, obviously cucumbers. What was the other thing? Just everything. It was like
Broccoli
assorted.
or no,
Yes,
cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
That's
Oh man, cauliflower was so good. And he did like spicy and spicier, and then like plain. And I ate so many vegetables. I never ate that many vegetables in my life. Like I don't even think. I think I ate a hot dog and then like 2 plates of vegetables. It was everything. And my friend John Hamm, he can. Man, those guys I said, they're zombie preppers. Him and his wife. So I said, we know where to go in Denver if you guys, because these guys are for real.
My family did exactly that growing up. We
I love it.
canned vegetables or in jars. We put them in jars and in the basement. We made pickles. Put them in the jars and put them in the basement. My grandma's basement was full of canned vegetables
I love 'em.
and canned or not canned, jarred vegetables and jarred pickles.
Huh.
We'd have
So
to pull
good.
up the
Yeah.
old basement door
You'd,
that was laid flat on the floor, and we'd
Nice.
pull it up and go get a jar of pickles.
jar of pickles, and while you're waiting for them to get pickled, she gives you an enema and then a jar of pickles.
That's right, exactly.
All right, so there you go. Homemade pickled vegetables. The green beans. The green beans are so good. All right, there you go, Kevberto.
All right.
Oh, geez.
I'm sorry, I just revealed a very personal thing about Craig.
That I made pickled vegetables.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yep, nice.
Well, it's good to get to know you guys better.
I know,
through
yeah.
these lists. It's
Thanks,
awesome. I feel like we're, getting closer.
I really like you. You grew in the last episode since you could tell that story and joke about it. I'm very proud of you, buddy. Seriously.
Thank you.
That was a good one. That was a good story.
Yeah.
You can listen to
I'm
the
just kidding.
archives, by the way.
Yes,
Just
yes.
go to iTunes. I believe that is show 4.
Show 3.
No,
No.
Yeah,
Show
show
4.
four, yeah.
And
you're
that
right.
was reality shows. And
That's right.
Kevberto gets very personal.
Very.
It gets deep.
Yes, it does. So, anyway, all right.
And we
So
had a crying session after that show in the hallway, just to let you know.
it was like tears of joy.
We hugged it out. We hugged it out.
Well, so, I am already, the rest of my list is going to be of my culture. Yes, I said
All
it
right.
again.
That's
Twice.
your
That's another
tagline.
shot.
That's your tagline,
That's another
man.
shot.
Right.
That's your of my culture. Not
Yes,
in my
that's
culture,
right.
of my culture.
Bottoms up, listeners.
So,
How
Exactly.
long was that? He already said it, though.
At these barbecues that I grew up with and that I still attend, these cannot miss. These cannot be missing on the side dishes. We have grilled corn on the cob, but it only tastes good if you put the mayo, the cotija cheese, which is a special.
I
don't
love
know
that
what
stuff.
kind of
It's
cheese
like
it is.
it's like crumbly. It's like feta, but it's less moldy.
It's
More,
drier.
yeah, it's
It's
drier.
a little drier, but if you like
A little
crumble
saltier, a
it
little
on top
saltier.
of the mayo, on top of the corn on the grilled corn on the cob, and then you put the powdered chili on there, that you cannot skip the powdered chili on
And
it.
I have to go to a barbecue at your place. That
Yes.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, dude. No, his mom and his aunt made ceviche, right?
Yeah, one time.
Oh,
And-
dude.
but that's.
Oh man.
I don't know why they didn't make it here. Anyway. but
Audible.
honorable mention ceviche.
You
It's
lost
a-
mom points.
Yes, I did. It's a seafood cocktail, kind of.
Yeah, no, I love that stuff, man. It has like fake lobster, sometimes real lobster, shrimp, scallops,
whatever
in
we
there.
can afford. Yeah.
Cooked scallops, and just a bunch of stuff. It's like tomato based. It's like borscht, but it's 100 times better because they put spices in it.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
So grilled corn on the cob. That's my number 3.
Is it hand shucked?
I got that one. That was good.
Yeah,
all right, I got a
sorry.
quick corner on the cob story. Craig's rehearsal for his wedding. We were sitting outside the church because. Can I tell this story?
Sure. That's
Okay, it comes around a corner on the cob. So apparently there was a funeral, and I don't know what was going on in there, but it took like an hour. It went an hour over, and it's like, guys, it's a whole wedding party sitting outside of this church waiting for this funeral to get over. Who knows what happened?
In my culture, things
Yes.
tend to run late.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yes, they
People
do.
wailing over the casket. I mean, like, what are we going to do? Go interrupt the funeral, say, let's get on out of here, let's move it on? We're not doing that. What's the guy that drives the cart?
Well, there are different ones. There's the paletero, which is the
The ice
popsicle
cream
man,
man, yeah.
Yeah.
and the elotero, which is the
The
on
corn
cob
guy.
man.
Yeah, so the corn guy comes, and I'm sitting outside. I'm like, it's hot. I'm hungry. I'm like, we got rehearsal dinner, but who knows when that's going to start? Because we haven't even gotten to church yet. So I'm like, all right, you know what, man? I'm going to do it. And I did it, and everybody else was watching me, and I'm like, well, what are you waiting for? This guy came here. He saw a crowd of people outside, and in your culture, that means they're hungry because they're standing outside the church, right?
That's right.
So I bought myself, I never had corn on the cob with mayo, and I got pepper on it, too. And it was good. It was delicious.
That's right.
Side note, our friend Ryan Cloberdance ran away when the casket came out of the church. Ran away. Sprinted
Shout out to Whitey.
out of
Yeah.
the direction of the church. It was like a black cat crossing your path. You went the other direction.
All right.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of stories that came out
Yes,
of that
there
wedding.
is. Yes, there is.
We probably will get to that.
The
Yeah.
pictures, and yeah,
All right.
that's one for another day.
What are we on? I don't even know where we're at
We're
right
on
now.
number 3.
Number 3.
All right. Who's up?
That's me. So my number 3 barbecue side dish. You actually had talked about it, but I've never had your mom's potato salad. It sounds amazing.
It's wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy potato salad generally.
You're a better man than I.
And people will always, ask me like, "Hey, Lilo, what do you want for lunch? What do you want for lunch?" I'm like, "I don't know. I like food." And they're like, "Oh, come on."
That's easy.
Right. Well, and so then I end up having to pick something anyway. So,
Why do they make you pick if you're so indecisive?
it's yeah, I don't know. Because then
go.
like some of the other people that I'm around are also indecisive.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, "Well, I don't know what I want." I'm like, "Oh, fine. How about pizza?" "Okay." Or, "I don't like pizza." I like food. Just pick something and let's go. So yeah, I just like potato salad in general. It's creamy and cold and yes, to your point, if the potatoes are like overcooked, then it's disgusting because then you
Yeah.
just have like a puddle of mush.
Right.
Cold
It's
mashed
like-
potatoes
yeah,
with
gross.
mustard in it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just wrong,
So
and no
gross.
one wants to like spoon that into their mouths
Right.
as they're eating food. That's not okay.
As an
so.
aside, potato salad has to be really cold too.
Yep.
Yes, it has to
Really
be
super
cold.
cold.
Like even if it's like lukewarm, it's disgusting.
Right. It's got to be super cold.
Yes. So yes, potato salad general, not potato salad specific to your mom.
I will bring you some sometime.
You should, and I'm sure I will love it.
Oh, great.
I'm so
My
hungry.
well, I guess it's now my number 3 because I switched it. My number 3 is when I see this, I know somebody cares. I know somebody took their time out and they thought about me. They thought about my special eating needs. When I see somebody that brings Bush's vegetarian baked beans, that's how I know somebody cares. Because a lot of times I'll show up and there's baked beans at every barbecue. There's baked beans every time I go
I
somewhere.
love baked beans.
But normally I have to look through. All right, is there bacon in here? Is there any kind of meat in here? No, I'm not going to do it if there's any meat in there. Mm-hmm. You can pick it out, but you can still taste the meat.
Right.
Yeah.
I can.
I agree.
Craig can.
All right,
I'm like
I agree.
I'm like a sniffing dog when it comes to that. You know? If there's any residue,
really
I'm like,
funny
I can
that-
take it. I can taste it. So when I see somebody has bought a specific can of vegetarian baked beans for me, I know in their heart that they have a little bit
That's
of
love, man.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
is love,
That's
dude. Right on.
Yeah, that's my number 3.
All right, well, Craig just gave it up. Baked beans. I love baked beans. I will say if it has meat on it, it's okay. But Bush's baked beans, any kind. I'll eat every single kind. I do like the steakhouse, which I believe Craig wouldn't eat that just because it's called steakhouse.
Yeah. If they had a vegetarian steakhouse, that'd be cool.
I love baked beans. I love baked beans. It's the best thing. It's the best thing ever. Like, it was hard to pick. Just the only reason I picked the top 2 was because it was so hard to choose between my top 3. But baked beans are usually at every picnic,
Is this your number
every
3
barbecue.
also?
That is my number 3. Baked
All
beans
right.
is number
Nice.
3.
We are bean
Yeah, man.
brothers.
I love baked beans.
That's
I love pinto
weird.
beans. Pinto beans are at the. If refried beans, anything. Beans at the barbecue.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got, man.
What more can you say about beans? They're
It's
wonderful.
kinda true.
And by the way, Craig, he makes delicious beans.
I do. Thank you. Not baked though. I don't know
Frijol
how to
is
make.
like pressure cooker.
Yeah, I don't know how to make baked beans though.
Well,
All right, so we're on to number 2s then. Berto.
Number 2.
number 2s. So, of course, everybody should know by now that I am Mexican.
What?
Seriously.
Exactly.
No way.
Yes.
What?
And I'm gonna make this easy for everybody.
Southern Mexican, correct?
Southern Mexican, yes. I love beans also.
Who doesn't really?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
3 in a row.
see, the thing with, I guess with my family, I don't know if we probably overcare about these gatherings. We like to party. We like to, create that environment of, we're going to be here probably till 1 a.m. even
2
if it
piñatas.
starts. 2 piñatas.
Piñatas.
But those are parties.
Yeah,
but these are barbecues.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
just-
Oh,
different.
right. Not
Is
quite
that a
the
party?
same.
I don't know.
our barbecues, we call them, let's go make a carne asada, which is like, what is it, grilled steak,
Yeah.
technically. But that's our term for barbecue. But, so we actually take time also. You should probably come to one of these, Craig, because, I already mentioned 3 vegetarian,
Yeah, I
choices.
want to come right now.
Excuse me. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
To your barbecue.
And I love beans. But these beans are not just regular beans. We call these frijoles charros. These
Oh,
are
yeah, man.
charro beans.
Yeah, man.
And charros in Mexico are what are they, like the Mexican cowboys?
Yeah, dude.
These are different because these beans are These could be pinto beans, but they have diced onion, diced tomato, diced cilantro, and they have bacon. I know, it's a little different, Craig. I'm sorry, but
you
this
had
part,
me until then.
But you could try the grilled on cob.
Ever since I went to that party at for your cousin or whatever, I always ask when I go to a Mexican restaurant, you got charro beans?
Yes.
And by the way, our coworker Efren, his dad makes sorry, Craig, he makes the best charro beans I've ever tasted.
I'll say
It's a
you
different
just
kind
Ever
of bean.
tasted.
yeah, I was like, but
It's
you just said
it's a different category.
Craig
It is.
made good.
He made food for that fight that you left early because you didn't go.
Yes.
You went and then you didn't stay to watch the fight, the main event,
Yes.
or even any of the fights. He made those charro beans, and you did not eat any.
It was an interesting night. Anyway, these frijoles
Effing dead.
charros,
Yeah.
charro beans. Usually, I will find them at at these carne asadas or barbecues, and these are just amazing. They mix so well with the Mexican rice. Oh my, they're amazing. They're just amazing.
Sounds
That's
good.
my number
Yeah,
two.
okay.
Mm.
I'm completely regretting my bag of chips dinner now.
And number two,
Should've done
Lilo.
this show
Completely
later
regretting.
in
All right, so my number two. So to Craig's very vegetarianism, I'm very much a meat-atarian. Yes, me and meat are like peas in a pod, which is a weird reference because it's a
This is
vegetable
the vegetable.
with meat. Anyway,
I like it.
so anytime like I love bacon, I love hot dogs and hamburgers. Anytime Craig's come over, we've actually done we get like the Boca burgers, which are actually really good. Like the Boca burgers are actually pretty good, but that's not a side.
Second that.
You did grilled mushrooms one time.
Oh, that's right. We did do those
Yeah.
grilled mushrooms.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, thank you. You can
Yeah.
thank my wife for that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oingos.
I just threw it on the grill.
Oingos.
Ongos.
Hongos.
Sorry, oingos. Great Spanish word.
That's right.
Ongos.
There you
So my number two side item is another barbecued meat. Like I will take barbecued meat and I will pair it with another barbecued meat. That
As
would
a
be
side.
my side.
That is
So like I'll do like pulled pork or something, and then I'll have like some chicken, or vice versa. Like I'll actually have like some chicken, barbecue chicken, and then I'll just have like a side of pulled pork.
I heard you like meat with your meats.
I do.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, I
You
heard
are
you
Ron
like meat.
Swanson.
Yes, Ron Swanson and I would be friends.
I love it. Give me a Porterhouse steak and your entire cache of bacon. I don't think you understand me. All the bacon you have in this restaurant. That was my favorite line.
A salad is what my food eats.
With bacon bits. Yes. Give me the bacon bits.
So yeah, like there's actually a restaurant here in Colorado. It's called Jabos or Jabos. I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's off of like Arapahoe Road for all you Coloradans. Arapahoe Road and some street out that way. Anyway, they have a hot link, which is your barbecued spicy hot dog. And instead of like a barbecue sauce, which they do also add, they'll also put like shredded chicken on the hot link. It is outstanding.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, all you other carnivores out there and meatitarians, that is what you need to go get.
That sounds like the double down at KFC.
It's better than the double down. It doesn't
I
look
hope so.
quite so
I hope so.
disgusting.
That's the sandwich that is two fried chicken breasts or the
Yes,
bread.
or the bread.
Yeah,
Technically bread.
that's
And then
exactly
there's
right.
bacon and cheese and stuff in the middle. Yeah, I never tried that. I had enough
Yeah.
willpower to not get that.
Yeah, I have limits in my meatitarianism. And that is
That
it.
broke you?
Kevberto?
It did.
The
Kevberto?
hot dog with the chicken
Never
on it?
had it.
did? But, all right.
The double down does.
All right, my number two. My number two is it's a staple of pretty much every barbecue that I go to in my family, in my culture. If we go to my aunt's house for a barbecue,
That's northern New Mexico. To you over there.
that's the northeast Denver neighborhood.
Yeah. by way of northern
By
New
way
Mexico.
of northern New Mexico. If we go to my aunt's house, my cousins, any barbecue we go to, there's always chips and salsa and guacamole.
Craig, our lists are like
They are pretty similar, aren't
yes,
they?
they are.
Yeah, but obviously I will eat any of the permutations of salsa and guacamole and chips. They're all very good, unlike my preference of a specific potato salad. I like any and all chips and salsa and guacamole. However, my mom's are pretty much the best that you can make. I make a mean salsa. I make it better than my mom. But her guacamole is the best I've ever had. So I do prefer hers, but I will eat it anywhere. And a lot of it.
Tell me where to be. Tell me where to show up, and I will be there.
That's
yeah,
right.
no kidding.
That's my number 2. Don Dude.
All right, my number 2, also chips. I know salsa and guacamole wasn't my honorable mention, but I figured those were like smaller. Chips goes with everything. Chips with dill relish. If you haven't tried it, just give it a go. A little mustard on it. Chips with dill relish with little mustard. But chips. You can put any chips. Tortilla chips. I like pita chips and hummus. That's been a thing for me lately. And
I found a new good hummus joint. Yeah.
Yes, I did, man.
A good hummus joint.
Sarge Mediterranean Grill. It's on Parker and Iliff.
Yeah.
Here
It's a Mediterranean joint.
It's so
got
good,
really
man.
good hummus.
Dude, their beef.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
The gyros. Oh man, the gyros. But just any chips. I'll usually eat any chips, except I really don't like cheese chips and barbecue. It's not my favorite, but I'll eat them. But the cheddar. But anything other than that, I'll eat those. What is it? Oh, salt and vinegar, man. I've recently been on the salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar with hummus is sublime. It is delicious.
Huh,
Like
that's
you
a
think
good
about it.
combo.
It kind of takes a little bite, and it takes the hummus, the sweetness away, so it's more. Yeah, I tell you what, man. There you go. So chips, pretty much any chips, but yeah.
Have you ever been to a barbecue? You always expect to have chips, right? At a barbecue.
Yeah, that's true.
You ever been to a barbecue where all they have is like the vegetable chips? Those like baked little vegetable chips.
What barbecue is that?
That's not a good bet. That's not.
Why would you do that to your guests?
Why would you do that?
That's just rude.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
It's like when you go to your friend's house and they make you, they're trying to lose weight, so you have to be on their diet, and they make you the most horrible thing to eat in the world.
Yes.
That's never happened to you.
Yes, it has.
And I'm like, no, man, I don't want this cardboard pizza thing from Lean Cuisine. I'm like, you invited me over for dinner. Why are we having lean cuisines? I'm sorry, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
All right,
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
this is our number ones, right?
This is the number ones.
The
Number
number one
ones.
thing we go to in line for at the barbecue. What is it? What is it, Kevberto?
Well, this is my number one because unfortunately it's rare. I have seen it maybe 20 times in my lifetime, and this is obviously Mexican / Italian, and every time I see it, that could easily be a main dish for me. Mexican spaghetti. Let me explain what this is.
What is that?
Let me explain what this is.
Right.
This is a chipotle mayo sauce. This is the spaghetti, and it's obviously in chipotle mayo sauce, and it's very simple. It's there is the meat, the chorizo, which is instead of the meatballs, it's spicy meatballs, you could say, but it is topped off with cotija cheese. So that is my number one, and it's my go-to. If I see it, like I said, it can easily be my main dish.
I can see that being a main dish. I would eat that as a main dish
Yeah.
with extra chorizo.
Is there a lot of mayo? Is it like mayo dominated?
No, it is just the
Alright.
right combination.
All right.
Yeah.
I might give that a go. Mayo and stuff. I don't know. I tried out French fries.
I have not
Wait,
failed
what?
you
Why
in
would-
food, so
Frites, man. I had a Belgian friend, and he loved him some mayo and French fries. That's
That's
the
weird.
thing, man.
That
That's
is,
what
yeah,
they do.
that is kind of unusual.
Yeah, that's what they do. It's not bad, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's
All
a
right.
little rich.
Lilo, you're number one.
Number one should actually be pretty obvious. Rice. It's rice. All right. So in my culture, which is
drink.
Filipino bottoms up listeners,
I think we've all said that this episode.
I think so. Man, our listeners are really trashed this episode, aren't they? So yes, being Filipino, rice is essentially like bread. So you've got like all of your main dishes, and then anytime you're like walking through the food line, right? Rice is the first thing you get, except for plates and forks, because you got to put the rice somewhere. So like I'll even go so far as to put this in like non-Filipino barbecues. Like I'll do my best to try and like cook up some rice before friends come over for a cookout, because then I could do like a hamburger and rice, or like hot dogs and rice. Rice is such a default that if there is no bread, like I will go and make rice. Like, let's see, like Wednesday, I believe it was last Wednesday, I was making lunch with my daughter, and I made hot dogs for myself, and I'm like, we've got buns, but we also have rice.
This would sound good with rice.
I think we'll just go with the rice. And so, yes, of course, I ate rice with my hot dogs, just plain and simple.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so...
like what kind of rice? Just plain rice?
White rice, man. Just plain white. Because, like, the greatest thing about white rice is that it inherits all the flavors of whatever else you're eating.
That's right.
So
it's like a sponge.
it is like a sponge, and it enhances and inherits all those wonderful flavors. And like if you're eating something that's kind of salty, like if you're eating something especially salty, it'll actually cut the salt a little bit. So then like the rice now balances out whatever you're eating. So one of my favorite meats, quote unquote, is Spam. Like I love Spam. Like and that's salty as all get out. But when you put some rice with it, a little bit of tomato, yeah, that's the spot right
I
there.
never had it that way. Never had it that way. It's an interesting choice.
We need to have a rank 'em up barbecue. I think.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Totally agreed.
That's right. All right, my number one, it was mentioned earlier, but I will talk about it because it's awesome and it makes me hungry right now. When I go to a barbecue, here's the thing about me. When I say I like something to my family, that's it. They bring it, and I might be the only one that likes it, but they make it and they bring it, and every single one of them I have to eat. It was that way at Easter. One year I mentioned I like Peeps, and now every year I get like stacks and stack of Peeps. I'm like, I like them, but I don't know about it that much,
Right.
I could eat a couple.
They're okay.
Yeah.
But I don't want to eat like 15 boxes of them.
They have Halloween Peeps now.
They've got them all.
So you have quite a peep show.
All right.
Wah.
All right.
Come on.
It was okay. It was good. It was okay.
Come
It
on.
was fine.
A for effort.
Where do I go with that?
Thank you.
A for
Yeah,
effort.
right.
Thank you.
How
I don't even know how to get
are
back
we
on
yes-anding that one, Kevberto?
I tried. Come on.
No, it was good. I just don't know how to yes-and that. I don't know how to turn that into not.
I don't know how to
Not
get back
safe
on
for work.
track. Yeah. All right. Well,
That was funny.
my number one is deviled eggs. I really enjoy the deviled eggs. Like Leo was saying, it's got to have mustard, Miracle Whip, and paprika on the top. I like the sprinkle of paprika on the
That's what
top.
my mom.
A little sweetness to it with the paprika. The only thing is, I can only eat like 2, 3, 4 at tops of them.
Dang.
And then nobody else eats them at the barbecue.
Oh.
And so I end up having to take them home in a foil package. And let me tell you something. The worst leftovers in the world
Yes.
is deviled eggs.
It's so true. Those things get really weird.
They get real gross real fast.
Yeah.
If you put them in the fridge, you take them out in half an hour, and they are a shell of themselves. They're gross.
Yeah, they're all like liquidy and stuff.
Yeah, they
and
get
the yolks get all weird.
They get all liquidy, and it gets hard. The
oh,
yellow
yeah, that's
stuff
right.
gets
it gets
hard.
like a crust on the top.
Yeah,
and,
it's real gross.
yeah.
And I always end up with a fridge full of them, and then I cannot eat them. I can't do it. So
You gotta invite Lilo over.
Yeah, I'll say I'll help you out.
Yeah,
Drive
exactly.
them directly to his place.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. That makes me not want to eat them until the next.